Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to do a random collective reading. First, I'm going to bless us. There we go. Some sage. Bless you. How's everybody doing? Well, bless me. I pulled out my angel deck. So this is going, all of my readings are timeless. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Whenever you stumble upon this, if it feels right for you, then it's for you. But don't force it to fit. Also, don't force me to fit. You don't have to like me. I was going to make a joke about how I haven't even been to a Codependence Anonymous meeting yet. I'm just reading the book. My cat's yelling at me. Anyway, I am Zube. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do tarot. I also do astrology. My information is down below. I do those over Zoom or in person if you're anywhere near Boerne, Texas, or sometimes I am in Colorado. What else? If you like what you see here, please subscribe. We like subscribers. We also like non-subscribers. That's fine too, because I'm kind of the queen sometimes of like not subscribing, of forgetting. What else? I think that is all. Oh yeah, so dragons. Dragons have been everywhere for me. So maybe we need protection. Do you have a dragon? I have a dragon. He's purple. I'm not telling you his name though. It's not for the internet to know. I know his name and I might share it in person, but I'm not telling you. All right. Why do we have dragons? What's going on? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. So that's internal. Wands are fire. Aces are the beginning of something. And I keep singing the Michael Jackson song. You want to be starting something. You got to be starting something. Are you wanting to start something? I love how this looks like he's playing a game of pool. Funny story. I did a reading the night before my brother died, having no idea that my brother was going to die the next day. And when I went back to read it, that Ace of Wands card, I'm pretty sure I used that card. And the reading totally went with like my brother's death. It was really fucking crazy. I didn't even think to look it up for a few months after he died. But my brother played pool. So he like went to Vegas for tournaments and stuff like that. Anyway, but you want to be starting something. I mean, wands are fire. Fire is play. It's play. It's creativity. It's passion. It's heart energy. What lights us up? What do we want to begin? Something is burning inside. Okay. So we want to be starting something. That's on the internal. What is on the external? The Page of Swords. It feels too small. Pages are childlike. Swords are, that's in our mind. Whenever I pull a page card for an adult, and we're all adults here, or we should be anyways, because I said this isn't for people who are under 18, like kids ever tell the truth, I know. I know that with my kids trying to log into all kinds of shit underage. But anyway, pages are like, are we feeling insecure? It can be imposter syndrome. Swords are air. That's our mind, our mentality, our thoughts. So on the higher aspect, the pages can be, do we trust enough? Are we innocent enough? And by innocent, I kind of mean like, can we not be in control? Are we trying to control things or keep it under wraps? On the lower aspect of the Page of Swords, it can be kind of petty, kind of impatient, gossipy. So with the Ace of Wands on the internal, it's like, that's funny. I'm seeing a little kid go to a pool hall and want to play pool like with adults, you know? What's the meaning of that metaphor? It just doesn't work. I mean, you know, they're in the pool hall, they're smoking. Well, imagine it's like the early 2000s when I used to play pool with my brother. They're drinking, they're swearing, that, you know, and a little kid walks in there wanting to play pool. But if the kid is like just chill enough and just fun enough, like we'll say the smoking isn't going on, maybe it works, you know. Where is your mind? Where is your mind? The higher perspective, this is what God sees. So in the higher perspective, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, he's upside down, but he has a halo. This is for enlightenment. The Hanged Man sounds like like a negative card. It's difficult, but not negative. The Hanged Man is kind of like, okay, so we've got ourselves in a situation that we cannot get ourselves out of, that it's going to require the help of the divine. Okay, so the Ace of Swords, we want to begin something. I had said with the Ace of Wands, sorry. I had said with the Page of Swords, are we trying to control things? Because the Page of Swords cannot control things, right? They can only trust. This is a child. They have to trust their parents, and you know, get it, like in just making this a metaphor, let's imagine that they just have regular old fucked up parents, because we're all fucked up, right? But that they can trust them, you know. Santa is going to come, they're going to get to school, they're going to get to play with their friends. It's like all you can do is trust that things are going to happen, but you have this fire burning inside, and you want to start with aces. We feel like wind at our back. Let me pull a clarifier on that Ace of Wands. The Five of Cups. Five of Cups is like, that's sorrow. It's grief. It's, cups are water. It's emotional. So we want to start something, but maybe we're like, we're sad. There's been loss. So maybe when we want to begin something out of frustration, but we feel like there's a hang up. There's some kind of a hang up with this. And the page is like, where do I begin? Where do I even start? And the Hanged Man is like, you're upside down. You cannot get out of the situation that you're in without the assistance of God or the divine or your angels. And so, and the enlightenment is the reason for enlightenment in this card is because that's where we become patient. What is this about? What are the, oh, that's where the dragons come in. The moon. Hold on. Where's my readers? They're there. Yo, I'm not even fucking lying. Look at this. There are dragons in this card. Can you guys see that? I've already pulled a few cards from this deck. There are not dragons in every card. The moon, okay? So, and the moon almost kind of looks like a halo. It is an angel. This is something angelic. In that card, the dragons kind of represent the moon as our subconscious, our, it's the nighttime. It's when we can't see things clearly. The moon can be confusion, etc. And in that card, the dragons kind of represent like monsters or, thoughts that we're having or things that are confusing us or throwing shade. But like, I'm thinking of it in the context of like dragons are coming to me as a protective symbol, some kind of energy that is wanting to help us. The dragons have wings, they fly. How to Train Your Dragon is like, that's come out, hasn't it? And that's not even what I'm talking about. I haven't even seen things from that often. Dragons keep coming up in all these other random contexts, but it's like we're not going to find our own way out of whatever situation we're in. Like, if we want to initiate something, we're going to have to be carried by the dragons. Well, guess what? Dragons are kind of scary. They breathe fire. I mean, here's, when you're a little kid walking up to a pool table to play pool with adults, if you're a smart little kid, maybe you're not scared, because you just don't have a context of like, oh, these people are swearing, whatever. Like, the guys might be like, oh, look at or chicks, because I was a really good pool player at one point in time. They might be like, check out this little kid. And, people can appreciate that. Like, when you walk into a situation, there is a way that you can embody the Page of Swords and be innocent and trusting, and like, people respect that. When I got sober, I lived in Jackson, Mississippi. Sorry, I have a mint. And and I remember one time stopping at a gas station and I wanted to go in and get something. I needed gas. It was kind of a scary gas station. And my friends were like, you can't go in there. I'm like, watch me. And I went in, and I have this way about me, and I always have, where I can almost kind of walk into any place and I can feel people looking at me like, yo, I don't know if I should rob her or protect her. It's like weird. I don't know. And I'm saying that in all humility. Like, but there is a way that you can embody, like, just proceeding into the future, like, well, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. God's got me. My guides have got me. The universe has got me. And I'm not being an idiot. Like, I am actively, intentionally entrusting the divine, it's something like that. It's like an intentional way of being in faith and trust, knowing that, you're like, maybe you have to get on the dragon. That's like scary. They're scary animals. But if you have faith, the Five of Cups, maybe we kind of feel abandoned. Maybe we think that's not going to happen, But the Five of Cups is a reminder. So it's kind of cool in this deck. There's an angel. These cups have spilled. And there's an angel back here saying, like, hey, but don't forget about what you do have. Don't dwell too much on what it is that you've lost. Interesting. But, like, the dragons are coming, and it's going to be scary. Like, maybe you're going to be carried by something that is different than what it appears. Like, maybe something that you think is terrible that's, coming to you in the dark at night with white eyes, and you think it's a really scary thing, but it could be a blessing. Like, it could be a fire-breathing dragon sent to protect you. What on earth are my cats doing? Let's pull some Moonology cards. But from what God sees, God is like, I see you hanging upside down by your foot. Just stay there. Be patient. Do you trust me? Do you have faith? A time to give rather than take. Yes. Yes. We're not receiving yet. We are not receiving yet. And you've just got to give it your heart, give it your patience, give it your faith. Oh, it's just been a long time. I just heard that. It's been a long, long time. Meditate and contemplate. It's the new moon in Virgo, new moon in Pisces. We've got the nodes in Pisces and Virgo. And the new moon in Taurus. These are all new moons. With the new moons, the new moons are beginnings, but we can't see the moon. That's the point of it. It's a new moon. It's dark. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, meditate and contemplate. A time to give rather than take. And that's all the kind of shit that will enlighten you. We've got the moon here. There are a lot of references to the moon, and I know we didn't pull that card, but the new moon in Cancer is coming up here. Shit, what's today? I can't remember what day the new moon is. Yeah, I'm not even going to guess. But it's coming up here maybe in like a week, a little under a week. Let me do... Oh, look. I always notice when I turn the deck over with a card facing up, because I don't usually do that. We got the Six of Wands. Acknowledge how far you've come. The Six of Wands, like, celebrate. You're not where you started. Even if things don't look just like what you want them to. Actually, let me do this deck. Okay. Whoops. Red Garden. She has a bird on her shoulder. Red Garden. Number 8. Gratitude, pleasure, happiness. On this card, we see a woman strolling through a garden full of flowers. The sky glows with pink petals, and the ground has turned a luminescent blue. The woman finds great peace in being one with nature. The flowers have become part of her body, and a parrot feels at home on her shoulder. During her walk down the path of life, she keeps happiness and gratitude in her heart. She notices the simple pleasures of life and is thankful for all nature has given her. So, look at the red dress on this woman. It's like I'm looking at these two cards together. There's one way of being. We can be like sad and forlorn about losses that have occurred, or we can get out in nature. I mean, if you're in the collective here, you're probably a pretty patient person, and you're probably on a journey of self-inquiry and like real actual spiritual growth. God, that just sounded like condescending or cocky or whatever, and I don't mean it that way. My readings are fucking boring. Have faith. You know what I'm saying? Have faith. That's what I'm going to tell you every day, because that's like how I get through my day. It's this isn't real. Like, this isn't, after this is what's real. So often I have to tell myself nothing is ever going to be perfect here, right? But we can create our own version of heaven on earth, which is another thing I've been getting. I've been getting dragons, heaven on earth. That's coming in songs and things that people say, like, but we can create our own form of heaven on earth, and that's by not having expectations. All right, let's pull one of these cards. There are 2 decks that are in my head. So this is one of them. Oh, my cards want to fly on the floor today. Tiger. For Tiger, we got will. We're getting a lot of oranges and reds. That's our sacral and root chakras. So will. I mean, this is just about our willpower, our energy, our drive. This is number 34. So it's like, keep going. You just got to keep fucking going. Keep going. And don't, and let's not, appreciate, learn to appreciate, have gratitude. Don't dwell on things that have been lost or things that might not happen or might not have happened. Exercise your will and determination in ethical ways. Do not place your will over another's. You do not have control over anyone but yourself. Do not be afraid to be fierce, especially as a woman. We can ride our healthy anger, but we must eventually transform it into something more useful. Ace of Wands, this can be angry too. Maybe we have anger. Maybe you need to go for a screaming drive. All right, there's one more card I want to pull, and then I have to go. Here it is. No, that's not it. That's not it. There it is. Sorry, I see like a deck in my head. It's like we want to have willpower. We can control ourselves, but we are not in control. We can't control other people. We can't control what they do. We can only be in control of ourselves. And so if there's something that we want to begin or do it, there's other human beings in the world, deal with it. Like you can, so use your willpower to, keep moving forward. But that Five of Cups are emotional fulfillment, connection. Maybe there are people on our path or in our journey that are not, there are people in our path, on our journey alongside of us, and maybe they're just not going with the plan, and God needs time to put things together for everyone's paths to coalesce, because you don't even know who's going to be on your path with you in the future. Patience. These are silly cards. Okay. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Isn't that the truth? But yeah, this is a card of patience. And patience is where you gain enlightenment and then positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want. And I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. There you go. Yeah. That's what I got for you today. Patience, who knows what is going to emerge in the dark. Maybe we can't see things really very clearly. Maybe we have some anger. Maybe we have something bubbling up, some kind of fire that wants to come out. Do you need to scream? Do you need to throw a temper tantrum alone? I always put a bubble of protection around me when I'm throwing a temper tantrum or screaming things, because I don't want daggers of hate to go out, towards anybody. But we're allowed to get mad. We're allowed to get frustrated. But then after that, it's time to compose ourselves and to become enlightened. Are there, maybe it's a new moon right now, but once the moon is full, we're going to see all of these dragons of protection, or see that, what we were afraid of is what needed to happen on the path that takes us to where it is that we want to go. Anyway, Thank you for stopping by, and especially if you're still here. And I hope you have a great day on Earth. Peace. Namaste.